Hey guys, welcome to the Go and Chess Trio. This is Nandhini. Today I'm going to show you a very important endgame position and defense every chess player must know. It's the Philidor position, a rook ending, and as we know, rook endgames are the most common endgames in chess and they do definitely occur in our games most of the times. So learning this endgame is surely going to save you a lot of points in tournament games. So let's get straight to it. So this is the Philidor position. White is upper pawn and the pawn goes that way, which means the black king sits right in front of the pawn's path to queen. This position, if it is white to move, white wins. Black to move, black can hold this game to a draw. So just to make it easier for you all to figure out how black can draw this, let me first show you how white wins if it is white to move. So white wants to play the move king g6 and after rook b6 check, f6, blocking the check, using the pawn as a shield, and now has a simple threat of rook a8 checkmate. So black is pretty much forced to play the move rook b8, taking control of the last rank, and then white swings his rook to the other side of the board with rook h7, now having a rook h8 threat, checkmate. And yes, this is a very important move for white to win the game. So black is pretty much forced to play the move king g8, controlling the h8 square, and white has f7, forcing the king to leave the g8 square and the control of the h8 square. So after king f8, white has rook h8 check, and after king e7, he simply picks up the rook with rook into b8. So this is how white wants to win the game. So white's idea is pretty simple. He wants to play king g6 and then f6 and has mating nets. So I hope you all have figured out how black draws this game, because white has the idea to play the move king g6. I'm pretty sure most of y'all may have figured out the answer. Let me just make a waiting move for white. Let's say rook c7. It doesn't make any difference to this position. Now we can continue the game with black to play. So if y'all found the move rook b6, then that's really good because this is the right answer to the position. The rook takes control of the 6th rank and the important g6 square. Now white cannot play the move king g6. But now you all may think, okay, what if white pushes the pawn and then plans to go to g6 with his king? Well, this is what black wants. Black wants white to first push his pawn to the 6th rank and then take his king to the 6th rank. So here black plans to play the move rook b1, taking the rook all the way behind. And after king g6, he has rook g1 check. And now the king doesn't have king f6 because the pawn's on f6, so he can no longer take shelter of the pawn. So after king f5, rook f1 check, king e6, rook e1 check. This leads to a draw by perpetual checks. So yes, there's one more thing to mention. What if white, after the move rook b6, what if white doesn't go f6, and what if white plays a waiting move like rook a7? Well, in that case, as a black player, even you can make the waiting move with rook c6. Sorry. So yes, this method is the most simplest way to draw and the most recommended. And this method works against each and every pawn. Let it be the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. It doesn't really matter. So now since we're done with this, let us shift the pawn to the knight's file and check out what happens there. So as you see on the board, this is a knight's pawn, a G pawn. And black can definitely play the move rook b6, taking control of the 6th rank, and he can get a draw, as we have already seen this method earlier. But if it is a knight's pawn, black has an additional way to draw, and this is by just simply taking control of the 8th rank, but sitting back and doing nothing. This is called the 8th rank defense or the back rank defense. So black can simply play the move rook a8, and if white goes king h6, rook b8, g6, rook a8, and here white actually falls short of one file. So even if he tries to play rook g7 check, he cannot progress because black can simply play king h8. But yes, let's just have a look at the move king f8. What if black plays king f8? Well, this will be a mistake because white simply has king h7, threatening to play rook g8 check. So black is pretty much forced to move the rook away. So if rook a2, having a threat of rook h2, white can simply play the move rook g8 check, and after king e7, this will lead to a Lucena position, and we will be having a Lucena position next in the series. So If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do subscribe and do not forget to hit the bell icon so you do not miss out on any of our next videos. So let's go back. If the move king after rook g7 check, king f8 was a mistake. We just saw that. Black is supposed to play the move king h8 and white cannot progress because even if he tries rook h7 check, black has king g8 and he doesn't have the move f7 check like he did have earlier in the previous position. And if he tries to play the move g7, this will be a blunder because black can simply play the move rook a6 check and pick up the rook, and now black is winning. So in short, the Philidor method of drawing or the 6th rank defense works against all the pawns, whereas the back rank defense or the 8th rank defense works only for the knights or the rook's pawns. So basically the A, B, G and H pawns. So in the next video, I shall be doing a position where we cannot reach the Philidor position for a draw. For example, the white king's on g6 and we have a rook on b1. Now we can't really get a draw via Philidor, so what do we do? And yes, this position is still a draw, but the method of drawing is slightly more difficult, so we shall be doing this in the next video. And until then, I would love to hear your feedback, and if you have any questions regarding this, if you have any doubts, you can always post them in the comment section below. And I'll see you then in the next video. Bye bye.